What's up, beautiful besties? Welcome back to Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alishia. Thank you all so very much for being here with me. Honestly, y'all are freaking the best. Have a little smudge. Have a little smudge, loves. I'm going to bring the sound bowl. I will call in spirit. I'm still getting over this little bit of a cold, and we're just coming at you chilling today. Spirit gave me a download, and that's why I'm on camera. I really want to talk to y'all. There's been some kind of phenomenon lately. I know about people getting ghosted. And I know it's like a big thing that's happening a lot in the dating scene or on the dating scene and things like that. And it's very upsetting. And I know there's a lot of you here in our tribe that have experienced that. Many of you have come to me for personal readings to try to figure out the answers, like, why on earth was I ghosted by this person? Things seem to be going very well. And so this happens where all of a sudden they just disappear. Now, oftentimes you will get ghosted if you tend to call someone out. There is a certain lack of accountability, and there's a lot of reasons for that out there, and we'll explore some of that and we'll see what comes up in a reading. I just really want to focus on asking some questions that I feel like can be relatable to pretty much anyone here in our tribe that has been ghosted. Of course, y'all, it is a general reading, so please, you take what resonates for you and leave the rest, okay? Because not every message is going to be for everyone, and not everyone's situation is exactly the same. So let's just, be aware and use our own discernment. Okay, so that's going to be very important. But I feel like specifically Spirit wanted me to do a reading about like why, like I feel like you confronted someone. Okay, this is someone that you maybe called out for some poor behavior, or maybe you're like, hey, I'm sharing my feelings. I prefer if we did things this way, or there was something here where you were offering some kind of maybe constructive criticism, or you were just communicating how it was that you were feeling in a situation, and then all of a sudden this person went dark, right? Silence, nothing. So let's go in. I want to ring the sound bowl. We'll call in spirit, and I want to find out the truth about what's going on with this individual. Like, was it a tactic for manipulation? Do they have issues? Like, what is what, right? Like, let's find out what even happened. Okay. So, I have a series of questions and notes that I've got here for me, and just stay tuned and we will go through them and work through it together. Okay. So this reading will include advice for you, and whether or not, you should just move on, whether or not you'll hear from this person again, if you even want to, that's going to be completely up to you, but we will explore it here in the reading. So let's just tune into the vibe and then we'll get right to it. Okay, here we go. Okay. I'm calling on Spirit with so much love and so much gratitude. I ask for divine guidance as I interpret these messages. May they help us all on our journey towards our highest and greatest good. I'm asking for love, joy, peace, abundance, and protection for myself, for you, and for all beings on the planet at this time. Thank you so much, Spirit. So right now, I just wanted to get like an overall vibe of where you are at. And it's very interesting that this energy would come out. This is blessed. Okay, so it's number 22. I feel like whoever you are tuning into this reading, my besties, you are in this energy of feeling like, maybe you feel like this could be a blessing in disguise for some of you, depending on the person that you were dealing with. Okay, like some of you might be feeling that, or maybe y'all are just in this mode of like counting your blessings, trying to remain positive, just trying to really change the vibe, right? It feels more like just really focusing on what's going well for you in your life, and I feel like that's a good thing. So I just wanted to get a read on where you are. We do have round and round. Okay, so I feel like this could have been something that has happened more than once with this individual. for some of you, not for everyone. But you're over here and you're like, okay, I can't stand to go through this more than once, like, or at all. Like, this is not okay. This is not all right. It doesn't feel good. When we get ghosted, we're feeling like confusion. We're feeling like rejection. Maybe some issues of like our own self-worth and value come up. And it's really important for us to look at those things and see what's coming up and if there's any areas for us to heal. Okay, so I'm going to turn the focus onto them. I just wanted to get a little bit of a read on where you were, because I feel like you've been learning a lot from this experience and you're currently in an energy of just trying to focus on the good things that are happening for you in your world, and that's a very good thing for you to be doing. Okay, so let's get into it. First of all, my first question that I have written down here is, why did they ghost? Right? There's a lot of different reasons why someone would ghost that I've, been able to come up with. First of all, there's like, some people are scared of confrontation. And if you were calling them out for any kind of reason, then, they might have frozen and panicked and like they have issues with confrontation. Okay, so that could be something. I am going to use the tarot here and find out. We also have, emotional immaturity. Like maybe this person doesn't understand how to communicate properly, and they, again, panicked and ghosted. Then we have, honestly, we have lack of interest. Like this person, like, have you ever ghosted anyone? Let me know in the comments if you have. Okay, maybe you thought things were okay and then all of a sudden you just got really turned off by something that they did. We're going to explore some of these themes here, but mostly, there could be avoidance issues, protecting the self. I just want to know why did this person that you called out ghost you? Okay, why did this person that our tribe called out, why did they get ghosted? Well, we have the Queen of Cups. When the Queen of Cups comes up in a reading, y'all, it does speak to somebody who has a lot of love and feelings and empathy. So there were feelings there. I have that much here. This person definitely had feelings for you. It was not, we've ruled out already lack of interest with the Queen of Cups. Okay, so it wasn't that. Let's find out. Tell me more about why this person ghosted our beautiful tribe, because the Queen of Cups is somebody who's like, if you're a feminine energy, if you're feminine, which I'm assuming that you probably are, because our tribe consists of, I think it's like 95% feminine audience here in our tribe. So you could be the kind of person that is very open with your feelings, very communicative with your feelings, and obviously you have expressed something to this person. Okay, and love is not the issue. Okay, I just feel like you were wearing your heart on your sleeve, like you were emotionally available with this individual. Okay, so why did they ghost? The Queen of Wands in reverse. Not the Queen of Wands in reverse. This person, I feel like, is not used to someone like you. Okay, they're definitely, I feel like it freaked them out a little bit. Someone who is so honest and so open and, just totally, like I said, hard on the sleeve with their emotions. I feel like this individual is used to or familiar with dealing with somebody who's more like yelly. Is that like, that's not a word, but somebody who's more like, I feel like they deal more with like bursts of anger, I'm getting, because the Queen of Wands in reverse can be very explosive. Sometimes like, bitch on wheels kind of energy, like mean, straight up mean and manipulative. And I feel like this is more of a self-protection tactic here. I feel that way. Okay, so for those of you tuning in to answer the question, why did they ghost? I feel like they were trying to protect themselves, because if they're used to dealing with individuals, okay, now this is, I'm just giving you the reason, okay, I'm not saying that's right or it's wrong, okay, I'm just giving what's coming out here, their truth. They are used to dealing with someone here who's like, if they did something wrong, they would get maybe like a silent treatment, or they get yelled at, or they would have an argument, or there'd be maybe even some kind of like throwing of something, like very toxic energy, not gonna lie. Okay, so for you to express like emotions and be vulnerable, they're not used to that. They're not used to that. I feel like this person knows how to handle like a fight, like an argument, like yelling and screaming I'm getting. That's like, I feel like that's more what they're used to. And I feel like emotional expression, I feel like they shut down because of the emotional expression. Yeah, I feel like, look at, we have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Pentacles. I feel like this person would rather be yelled at. I don't know why. I mean, like, you called them out, but I feel like the way you did it was like mature. And I feel like the way you did it was like expressing your own emotions. Like, when you did this, it made me feel like that, and I'm not okay with this, or whatever it was. Like, however it went down, that's the situation. If you had been like, F you, buddy, like, blah, 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 like, you know, like, if you were to come at them like that, I feel like they'd be like, oh, whatever. Like, I don't know. It just feels like they'd rather have a yelling match. I feel like because of the love that you give off and the love that they feel for you, there's a fear of, there's an avoidance that's come up. Okay, there's an avoidance, right? The 5 of Pentacles. That's like abandonment energy. So this is somebody, let me see. I want to know why. I don't know why. I want to ask why the expression of emotion made them feel so damn uncomfortable. It made them feel so damn uncomfortable because, like, it honestly, that's what they made the decision to cut their losses and run away because they didn't know what to do or how to handle that. They didn't know what to do or how to handle. So it's giving emotional maturity for sure. It's giving avoidance. It's giving avoidance. It's not about how they felt about you. It's not a lack of interest. So let's see what else. What else? Why else did they ghost? We're going to find out how it made them feel. You know, we're going to see what advice is here for you. We're going to continue on in the reading, but I really want to explore the reasons why they ghosted. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. So I feel like for some of them, the feelings that they have for you were actually a little bit frightening. And this is definitely dealing with you, or like being in some kind of relationship with you was definitely out of their wheelhouse. Very uncomfortable for them. I feel like this is somebody who is like hyper independent in a lot of ways, and maybe, you know, they basically say like, I'd rather leave you before you leave me, and I can't get too emotionally attached, or you were investing too much emotion into the situation where they're used to a lot of like superficial and toxic type of relationships. So you were dealing with someone who was emotionally immature to start with. Okay. And somebody who had never really even been in a relationship with someone like you, who is open, honest, vulnerable, sharing feelings, and has healthy ways to communicate. So they freaking freaked out and they shut down and they cut their losses and ran away. Okay. That's what they did. They panicked. Okay. They panicked. And I feel like they just don't know what to do. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to say. They didn't feel like, they felt like this is too much, like there's too much emotional investment here, and they're not used to connecting with someone on that level. Now with the Queen of Cups here, they actually did have emotions for you. They do have feelings for you, but they're not, they don't allow themselves, is probably the best way for me to put it. First of all, they don't know, they're emotionally immature, how to be in a healthy, loving relationship to start with. Or at least they didn't when they ghosted. We can get to that to see if they've learned anything a little bit down the line. But basically, they made the decision they'd be better off alone because they don't know how to deal with somebody like you, someone who's emotionally mature. Okay, so this is someone, it wasn't lack of interest. No, 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands. They basically were saying like, oh, it's time for me to go. Like, I can't do that. I can't do this. Okay, so whatever. Now we know the reason. I feel like this person's not used to getting any kind of like honest feedback about the things that they do or how they show up in relationships. They're used to getting, like I said, some kind of like toxic backlash, or like, you know, somebody just saying like, F you, I'm not talking to you. Like, no open and honest communication. So this person is definitely being with someone like you, dating someone like you, having a relationship with someone like you is definitely out of, like I said, out of their wheelhouse, out of their comfort zone. They don't know how to respond They didn't know how to respond. So they basically were like, well, I guess it's time for me to go this way because I don't know what to do. It made them feel pretty incompetent, but that's going to be my next question. How did it make them feel? Because we know how it made you feel. You know how it made you feel, but let's find out how it made this person feel to be like, to do this, right? Three of Cups. This person, I think this is the devil. No. Three of Cups, Nine of Cups. Actually, hold on. The King of Swords. Magician. Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. This is giving some interesting energy here. Just give me a second. Okay, I had to pause the reading because the energy that I got out was like very contradictory. It is because I feel like this person panicked. I feel like they definitely panicked. Like I said, emotionally immature, don't know like how to deal with someone like you, but at the same time, and they ghosted. At the same time, I'm getting all of this energy, like all this very positive energy. So how did it make them feel? It made them feel like as if they found a person that they could be with, like make that make sense, right? That's why I was like pausing the reading. We have the Three of Cups and the Nine of Cups. This is happiness. This is celebration. Like, why would they be celebrating that, right? And then we have the King of Swords, okay? So this is how they normally show up in relationships. This is their energy. They could be an air sign, but they don't have to be. The King of Swords can sometimes be very not connected to their heart space, right? And I can see that because the emotions made this person very uncomfortable, right? So this person was never really connected to their heart space. They make more decisions from the head than the heart, right? Sometimes, you know, we can look at the King of Swords as being very logical, but in a relationship, sometimes the King of Swords shows up as very cold, like they have no emotions. They do. They have them, but they don't access them frequently, and they don't make decisions from their heart space, right? They don't make emotional decisions. So with the King of Swords, this is like, oh wow, I've actually found somebody who actually hit my heart. I actually found someone who made me feel something, and that made them happy. But like, I don't feel like they're happy that they ghosted you. I feel like they were happy that someone hit their heart. Because I don't feel like they ever had like someone hit that space before. You know what I mean? They're used to dealing with people who are like, again, it feels very superficial. It feels very, ooh. With the Queen of Wands that came up in the reverse, they're used to dealing with people who maybe use emotions as a tool to manipulate others. They may have felt like you were trying to manipulate them with your emotions, but I feel like after some time that is not the conclusion that they've come to, because you may have said like, what the hell, right? Like, what the hell, where did you go? Like, I don't understand this. Like, I had feelings for you. Like, you may have expressed yourself openly to them. And that expression after the ghosting would have been like, it hit them right in the feels. It hit them right in the feels. Now, I want to tell you what's come out after that, because I kept like pulling the energy. We have the Magician, we have the Ten of Pentacles, right? We have the Ace of Wands. Then we have the Page of Cups, and one more fell out here, and it was the Ace of Cups. So when I look at this energy, right? When I look at this energy, this tells me this is somebody who wants to like come back in, have a new beginning, somebody who feels like you're, you know, you have the potential to be a life partner, somebody that they have a potential to fall in love with, have a really good time with, and actually experience like a real love relationship with. So that's why I had to pause it. I'm like, make this make sense, because I'm trying to pick up on how they felt after they ghosted you. Like, and it's telling me that after they ghosted you and then you expressed yourself even more to this person, then they realized that, you know, like they're thinking, oh, well, I can just come back at a different time and I can come back to this person, and oh, they really care about me. And when I'm ready, I can come back and, you know, pick up where we left off, or at least I know that they love me and I can love them too, and I can be in love with this person. So it's giving some a little bit like, again, going back to the kind of people that this person's like used to dealing with. Someone who, again, low vibrational, kind of like toxic, manipulative, angry, yelling kind of a person, okay? For you to express emotions for them was completely different. They weren't expecting that. They weren't expecting that. So I want to find out how it made them feel about themselves after they realized that, oh my gosh, you're actually somebody that, like, it hit them in the feels after they've already did the damage. You know what I mean? After they did the damage. So when we have frightened, afraid, terrified, scared. This person definitely has some emotional issues, not gonna lie, okay? Because it scared the shit out of them. I feel like their own feelings and the fact that, you know, you got through to them and you hit them right in the feels and they're not used to that. I feel like this person has ghosted others even, or like, again, if there's an argument, it's just like, whatever, I don't really care about this person. I'm just gonna go off and do, you know, I'll find someone else. You know, it feels very cold. It feels very heartless. But then you, like, because of the way that you actually cared about this person and the fact that you expressed yourself so openly, it scared them. It scared them because then all of a sudden they started seeing you as like an actual person that they would probably learn from or they have feelings for, and they started feeling things that they're not used to. And so it, like, they're avoiding it even more now, which makes, like I said, it makes no sense to somebody who isn't coming from this kind of a wounded space, right? I have to be honest with you. It doesn't make sense to me. The love that they felt for you is, or feel for you now is they're afraid of it. They're afraid of it. They're afraid of their feelings. I feel like they're afraid of not being good enough, or they're in this mode now of self-protection. So this is why you're still not hearing from this person, because now they're like, oh, well, I definitely screwed it up with them. Like, I feel like they treated you in a way that they've treated many other people in the past. Again, it's not giving super healthy energy. It's not giving someone who, you know, has experience in a healthy relationship with open communication, but it is giving us some answers of how it made them feel. I feel like it, after the deed was done, after the ghosting took place, and after they received your, I feel like, second message, or your message like saying, where have you been? Like, what's going on? I don't understand, you know, as anyone would who's getting ghosted and they don't really realize it's happening until there's been this long period of silence, right? So they, after the fact, and this is what's currently scaring the piss out of them, is after the fact they realize that you would actually be somebody that they would like to be with long term. You know, and they do feel, like, I'm not going to lie to you, they do feel like they will be able to come back, because they feel like, at least I know that you had feelings for me, and that those feelings can easily be rebooted. This is, you know, like, I'm not saying that that's the case for you. It's not going to be the case for everyone, but this is how they feel, right? But right now they're still in this energy of being scared to death of their own emotions. Okay. So I would like to get some advice for you, okay, in the meantime. And then we'll go ahead and see, like, if there will be any change, or if you will hear from this person again. If you were to ask me right now, I would say, oh, definitely you will. Eventually they'll be back. But I mean, I feel like for a lot of you, some of the damage has already been done, right? They've already shot themselves in the foot, and they are pretty scared about that too. So let's see. Spirit, tell me what the advice is for our beautiful tribe that's dealt with this individual. It's giving off so much like emotional immaturity here, friends. It really is. Okay. What do we have? The Emperor. Your advice is the Emperor. this is really like for the Emperor being advice, it's like really just focus on you, focus on what you have to do. You know, you're the one in control of the situation. It's so interesting. Not that like you're really interested in like power dynamics or anything like that, but right now you have the upper hand with the Emperor. Not saying like, again, you know, I just feel like you're the one that actually has all the power. And I feel like this person is terrified of that because now they're in a position where it's like they're beating themselves up for what they did, right? Because again, now they're like in this energy of, oh, I've already ghosted somebody that I could actually see myself being with. Like, I don't feel like they've ever dealt with someone like you, and I feel like they weren't ready for it. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, we have Temperance coming up, and we have the Star. And so for me, for advice for you, this is giving like, you know, just take control of your own life, you know, try to balance out your head and the heart, and focus on your wishes and dreams and self-love, self-care. Really, if anything came up, I feel like for you, if this was a learning experience, any kind of negative emotion that come up, obviously there's going to be confusion around what the hell just happened, right? Like what? But it wasn't you. But it wasn't really about you. Okay. It was definitely about this individual. You didn't really do anything wrong. In fact, it's according to them, you did all of the opposite things that they're normally like. I feel like you wowed them in a sense. Like you caught them off guard with the love that you are able to express and to feel. And I feel like this almost is like fascinating to them now. Like I feel like this person's definitely keeping an eye on you, and they're definitely going to return at some point in time, because that's what's in the cards here is like, you could be the person I spent the rest of my life with, but right now, honestly, they're still like scared little babies. They're scared little babies who've never really been in an adult relationship. That's what it's giving. So your advice here is to continue to work on the self. Oh, I was getting to that. If any kind of like issue of like self-worth or self-doubt came up for you, that could be an area that you could use to learn from this situation. Like maybe you need a little bit of extra work on healing some stuff, healing the way that you feel about yourself. Honestly, the rejection can hurt. Rejection will hurt no matter what, but maybe there are some issues that have come up that you might need to, you know, take a look at, and it might afford you an opportunity to learn from this. You know, maybe you already have. Maybe that's why you're sitting in that blessed energy. Maybe some of you are feeling like you dodged a bullet, and I wouldn't blame you. Because even though getting ghosted is no fun, and it's very confusing, you know, it's no fun at all. Really, like this person is definitely not currently able to provide the kind of love that you deserve in a relationship anyway, because of this level of immaturity is off the charts. Okay. It really is. It's off the charts. So I'm going to ask, should you move on? And I feel like the answer is already yes, moving on from this person. And then we will get into a little bit more. We will ask specifically whether or not they're going to come back. Okay. So, you know, because some of you, I mean, like, you know, it just really depends on how you feel about this person. And I'm not here to judge. I'm just giving you the truth of the situation. All right. So the truth behind their silence right now, it's like they're pretty scared because you hit them right in the feels, and they were not used to it. Okay. They're not used to it. And so they're, yeah, tail between the legs running away, but they feel like they can come back. So I do feel like they will be back. But what is the advice here for our beautiful tribe? Like, should you move on? Ace of Swords. Yeah, look at things very clearly. Like, you know the truth of this situation. You know the truth about how you feel. And it's like, this decision is going to be up to you, right? It's going to be up to you. Of course, it's choose your own adventure. This is your life, friends. I'm not here to tell you what to do, or to take lessons away from you at all. But here we have the King of Cups. We have the Eight of Pentacles, and then we have the Knight of Swords as well. So this is giving, like, I feel like with, you know, I feel like your advice is to continue to push forward. Again, it's a reminder that you have the power in this situation, because this person is literally like melting because of you right now. Like, they don't know what to do. They're in this like crazy, oh my gosh, I'm feeling all these feelings I'm not used to, and so they're panicking, they're silent, whatever. They're not reaching out to you. They will. They absolutely will. With the Knight of Swords, absolutely. I feel like it's best for you to move forward, to move on, and allow this person to do what they need to do, because they need work. And I'm telling you that that's what's actually going to happen. This person is going to work on their emotions. With the King of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, they will put in some work. They need to figure some things out, and they're going to have to figure it out, right? They're going to have to figure out how to emote, how to express themselves. I feel like that's an area that they're actually diving into at the moment right now, because they are so terrified of like, what have I done? What have I done? Because of the feelings that they're feeling for you now after the fact, right? But I feel like they're going to remain silent until they feel like they have a handle on how it is that they feel, and have a handle on how it is to express. And like, this is the King of Cups here is somebody who is emotionally mature. So they're working on maturing emotionally. They're working on it. They're working on it. And I do feel like out of nowhere, you will hear from this individual. I feel like they will be back for you, because again, all this positive energy with like, oh my gosh, you're the person I'm in love with. They're going to come back, and there will be apologies. They will come back. They will apologize. This person will. So you haven't heard the last from them, but in the meantime, it is best for you to continue to push forward and even ask yourself the most important question. If they were to come back completely healed, what would you give this person another chance, right? Would you give them another chance? But that's going to be up to you personally. You can let me know in the comments, okay? If you like this style of reading where we go in with a topic already, please let me know. You can do so by liking the reading if you want to. For those of you who are interested, I'll extend it. I have no problem doing that. We can find out what they're going to say and what energy they're going to be in when they come back. How they feel. I feel like how they feel for you is they have feelings for you. So we at least know that, but we can get some more details. We can extend it and get some more details, go a little bit further down the timeline and see what will happen and what the potential is, and whether or not you can trust them, if they'll ghost again. Like, we can go a little further if you're interested in that. For those of you who are, I really appreciate the energy exchange and the support for the work that I do. I'm sending you all kinds of love, hearts and stars. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next reading. Mwah.